Welcome back, welcome back. This is Jocelyn Lovely Tarot. So good to see you guys here today on this beautiful, beautiful night. On a Friday night. How's everybody doing? All right. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it's been a while. How long has it been? It's been a couple of days at least, right? I'm so grateful to be here today. I'm excited. It's a beautiful Friday night. I wanted to upload like 30 minutes earlier, but I was just too tired. Yeah, as you can see, I'm all cozy, resting, just being me, right? But I just had to get on here and go live with you guys. All right, so here's how it works. Today we're gonna do our all sign forecast. So that's for October 5th through the 6th. We're already in October, can you believe that? I still wanted to say September. So we're in beautiful Libra season, right? Halfway through, almost. And this is for you guys. So we're gonna do the all sign forecast. We're gonna go from Aries all the way to Pisces. And then after that, don't worry, I will make sure I timestamp everything for you. It's gonna be in the description box below. We usually go for an hour and a half to get through all the signs. So tune in, get your snacks, your whatever, your food, and just join me today, okay guys? All right, let's see what else. Yeah, I think that's it. If you guys resonate with the videos, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you guys want personal readings, hit me up at jocelynlovely84@gmail.com. Let's see what else. I think that's it. At gmail.com. Yeah. So today for you guys, I'm gonna mix it up. I use the Luna L Universe Tarot deck with the Delusion Tarot and the Anime Tarot. I don't know why I wanted to use 3 spreads. Hey, giggles. How you doing? I use 3 spreads for you guys for my beautiful Aries. Starting off with Aries, right? Yeah. So let's get started. Hopefully you guys are doing good today. Sounds good. All right, Aries, 244 for Aries. I am here with this beautiful Ace of Pentacles. Here's the thing about this Ace of Pentacles. I wasn't even looking at this big, beautiful Pentacles. Hey, White Runs, welcome. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. It's been a long time no see, right? I wasn't even looking at this Ace of Pentacles here. I'm looking at this little, right here, these little coins on the side. So it's like, it's almost as if it's saying like, I feel like there's a distraction or whatever this is. It's like the big reveal, the big show coming from this, but it almost seems to me like whatever this is actually a distraction, because what I'm being drawn to here is this side, what's beneath the surface into these coins. I feel like there's something of value here for you to have, but I think you were taught to focus on this Ace of Pentacles, right? It's the thing, it's the main attraction, right? But it's almost as if it's hinting you to something on over here that's more subtle. It's almost as if it's asking you to look deeper, dig deep into the veil, right? The funny thing about this is the card that came next to it was the 7 of Cups. It came with it, right? So it came out like this with the 7 of Cups, right? Ace of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. It paired very well because of the white part of it. Like, if you see this, it was like this. So it looked very well. And then the coins were right next to this cup. Again, it's like signaling this is the main attraction. This is what you're used to looking at, but there's something beneath the surface that is also wanting your attention, but it could never get your attention because you were more focused on on what was in front of you. And I feel like this season you're being asked or hinted like, hey, let's go look at this other cup. Let's look as to why this, right? Like this it's one thing, right? But why is this here? What else haven't you discovered in this room besides this big cup? There's another one, and there's other things, right? That's like paying attention to detail almost. So if you're feeling like that this week, it's like an intuitive feeling because it is a cup energy, and then the Ace of Pentacles, there was water. So it's almost as if it's saying intuitively, are you being drawn to look at something a little bit deeper here? And if it is, why now? Are you able to see it now? Are you able to discern better now? Like, why now is like what I'm getting from you guys. We're gonna hit 1K tonight. Yes, Wide Runs. How you been? I hope everything's good, girl. It is. Thank you. Everything's phenomenal. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. You got this Empress, but again, it came out like this. So again, this has to do with eyesight or seeing underneath or seeing something in the ethereal realm. We're talking about different realms now, because you need to have an eye for it, an awakening for it, the pineal gland, right? Or a part of self looking into something deeper. I don't really like this energy so much. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little scary because this eye almost seems like, look at the difference in magnitude between eye. This is your regular human eye versus when you step into the ethereal or when you step into a different energy, it's like an all-seeing eye. But this eye is a little, again, it's like, almost seems like somebody's, this gives me like deceptive eye energy. We're gonna dig in a little deeper into that, okay? Didn't want to say too much, but it's funny because when you turn it around, right, to this side, you're not seeing something. So again, it almost seems like there's some part of you that isn't aware. Maybe it's like you're programmed to run a certain way, right? It's like you're pre-programmed to do certain things a certain way, and it's like the divine is saying it's time to look deeper into it, and maybe there's this like shadowy energy to it that makes you a little scared to go there, right? Because what if you find out that this type of programming has only been there to like soothe the ego, or soothe like a false sense of pride, or even worse, what if it's there to kind of, give you a false sense of protection that isn't really there? It's more of like an illusion, right? Which is why I didn't like this energy right here. I don't know why it was scary. It almost seems like this eye or this version of you had a mind of its own. But again, it's like unconscious programming. I don't think that you're your own worst enemy. I just think that sometimes unconscious programming does that, right? It leads us to make decisions that are, we think that in our best interest, only to be far from the truth, right? Because it could actually limit us or keep us from having a spiritual awakening or a spiritual experience, right? This has to do with the earthly realm. This has to do with like the physical. We usually just call it the ego because it tends to be a part of who we are in the physical, right? It's not necessarily a good or bad thing. I just think it's limiting programming. That's all I would call it, right? Nothing bad. It's just what it is. We're all born with it, right? Let's see what else. Yeah. We had a Four of Swords here. It almost seems like, for some of you guys, digging in deeper into this programming makes you become accountable. And I think that really does scare you, because there's this sense of fear of what if I was wrong. Ooh, yeah. For some of you guys, I'm getting, what if I was the one that was wrong? What if I'm the one that's holding myself back here? What if I'm doing it and what if I could do it a different way, right? So it's like you being accountable to self. And this Four of Swords came out on the side like this. It almost seems like, again, it's like unresting or trying to defend yourself from like a realization here that's trying to come in. This is hard work to do, guys. This isn't easy, which is why, you know, I congratulate you guys for doing this and stepping into this energy. I think you guys are amazing. You guys are leaders, right? Because who really wants to be accountable like that all the time? It's not possible, but I feel like you guys actually are doing the work. You are doing the work to do that and be better and heal and having more, you know, a balanced energy, right? Because you can still have programming and have a spiritual experience and learning to like balance both, right? It's almost as if you want more of a balance in between the two. And I think that's beautiful energy, guys. Oh, thank you, Super Glitch Tubes. Thank you. I'm so glad you resonate with this. The Empress came out again. But look at the difference between this Empress, the one that I was showing you energy, right? Right? And then this is the Sun. You can't even see it. So it's almost as if you're in lunar energy, which is hidden, unconscious, right? Subconscious. To this Empress. Look at the difference between this Empress. Once you liberate yourself, you realize that maybe it is you that can change a little bit or meet yourself in the middle and have a more balanced coexistence between the things that you fear and facing your fears, facing your limiting beliefs, and then just giving you, once you do that, it gives you the freedom to just be, and then look how much of a difference of energy this is, because you're still the Empress. Gender doesn't matter, but I'm getting there's this like feeling of liberation once you go there, right? Because the next cards I get are the Three of Wands, but I get the Magician. This card fell right on top. It's like you digging deep into the darkest pits of self, into the parts of self that are afraid to look at where you've been wrong, what you've done wrong, how you've hurt others, how you keep hurting others, how you know, could be perceived as maybe the enemy to others, right? Oof, that's hard, guys. That's not easy. Because we always want to believe that we're the best versions of ourselves, but what if we actually realize that we're not always in that state of being, right? It would be impossible if we believe that we're always in that higher light frequency. Like, we are human, we will make mistakes, we will harm others, not because we want to, but it happens, right? Our own programming will cause us to act in self-defense, only realizing that we didn't even need to act out of fear, but we do. It's what humans do all the time. And here you are coming to that realization and digging deep. I love this. I love this. I can feel somebody really like scared to go there, because I feel like somebody's stomach hurting. Like it's scary to feel that, to be that self-aware. But you need to own up to these things. You need to see that so you can change and be better. We can be better. Okay, the next cards are the Page of Swords, but then another card fell under there. I keep getting these same cards, like, see what I'm saying? It's like free fall. Getting a better perception of who you really are in your darkest moments. Right? What's hidden underneath you and showing up all of light and frequency and beauty and high vibe. What's under that? It's the parts of you that are being held back, right? That are being imprisoned due to fear. Some people act out of fear because that's all they know. That's all they've been. We all act out of fear to a certain degree, but I'm getting it's to the point where it's like you're not even able to move forward at this point because of the. Oh, it's like fear paralyzes you to the point where you can't even be. You can't even exist. Do you see what I'm saying? It might be to a degree where it's that severe. And if that's who you are and that's who I'm talking to, then we can move. We can move forward. We got this. Okay? Everybody's, again, to a certain degree, right? But I'm getting, if you're really struggling with this, you're really reprogramming yourself to believe that you're safe to just be alive. You're safe to just walk outside without being harmed. You're safe to, you know, get to know people and maybe say one or two things about yourself without fearing that this person might, you know, harm you in any kind of way, right? In the smallest detail, right? So there you go. That's a big step for you guys, Aries. This is good for you guys. Because the minute you start doing that, you liberate yourself, and then it's like your inner child can come out to play. You can come out to play and be and have fun and have new experiences and learn new things. But you can't learn new things in a new environment if you're still in the same frequency, or you're still in the same environment, doing the same thing. Do you see what I'm saying? If it's the same results that you're getting, nothing changes. You can't learn anything new there, right? Until you own up to it. Then you can have a new experience, right? Clean the slate, clean it. Hopefully that made sense. I've given you like 3 different ways of to describe what we're talking about here, okay? All right, guys, that was for my Aries. That was intense. That scared me, guys. That really scared me. That reading was hardcore. I love y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're going to move on to Taurus, but let me take a little break, catch up with you guys. How are you guys doing today? Happy birthday. I would like to say hello to you before I go to sleep because I have work tomorrow. Okay, have a good night, Mohammed. Take care. All right. All right. Next sign, Taurus. For you guys, I want to use the Luna L. Yeah, let me use the Luna L for you guys. And then I'm going to mix it up with the Anime Tarot. Thank you, White Runs. I missed you guys. Did I tell you guys this yesterday? I missed you guys so much. It was absolutely phenomenal. This week I felt a little sad because I'm like, I'm not here with my group. I love my group. And yeah, I did feel a little sad, I'm not gonna lie. All right. Taurus, 1757. Okay, I have for you guys, I use the Luna L. I'm using the 10 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands. So these are almost completion, right? 10 of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. So that's 2 10s on the deck. 1 that's a 9. And a 6 of Wands here. Yeah, somebody is nearing an end of a journey here. Let's see what else. I'm going to use a Delusion Tarot to get more cards out. This is really interesting. Right off the bat, you get 10s. I'm not getting like somebody that's miserable or anything like that. That's not what I'm getting at all. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Okay. I'm getting somebody wants to be seen or heard a certain way, but for whatever reason, it doesn't happen for you, Taurus. This season, you were being asked to be more vulnerable than ever, right? So that, and the only reason you were asked to be a little bit more vulnerable was because being vulnerable does bring a sense of security. So the divine wanted you to experience that type of a different type of security than you're used to. And I feel like this was really hard for you, because when you became vulnerable and started speaking how you felt, I feel like maybe people didn't hear you well. I feel like you put it all on the table, or maybe you try to speak your truth or state how you felt, and I felt like maybe people didn't hear you. So maybe you were wondering, were you doing it wrong? I'm getting there's a lot of doubt and fear. It almost feels like you're imprisoned here though, because it almost seems like you put yourself out there, you were trying to put yourself out there and it failed miserably. Why did it fail miserably is my question. It almost seems to me like there's this fear if I put myself out there again and somebody doesn't acknowledge me, or somebody doesn't apologize to me, or doesn't understand where I'm coming from, then I cannot deal with a person. Do you see what I'm saying? Some of you guys, I feel like you keep asking yourselves, why do you keep putting yourselves, or why do you keep getting yourselves in situations where you don't manage to get hurt, or where you can't even get a point across? I'm not blaming you. I think someone's actually asking themselves that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you're blaming yourself either. I think you're really just sitting down asking why you always feel imprisoned, or why do you surround yourself in situations where you're like this, like you can't, this is you inside. It almost seems like a jail cell or a prison and you can't get out. This is you trying to become enlightened and get out of a situation, but you can't. It's like you're stuck or bounded to a situation. Do you see what I'm saying? So maybe the divine, so I feel like you guys are asking, do you keep facing that type of rejection? And because again, I feel like maybe you're thinking that there's a lesson for you to learn here, but you didn't come out with an answer. You didn't come out with a solution, or maybe when you thought the solution was to be vulnerable, you thought you'd get you'd get somewhere, and it didn't then I think the consequence of that didn't get you where you wanted to be. So now you're like, okay, what do I do? It's like you're trying to start over from scratch and figure out why it still bothers you, or it hurts you, or you keep attracting situations where again you feel imprisoned. See, I feel, look, judgment's right under that, but it came out to the side. Judgment's been wanting to come out today, like earlier in the Aries reading too, and it came out like this. So I'm getting somebody feels really hurt and sad, because again, it's like, maybe you've tried this strategy over and over again, or maybe the same person you've ran to have this discussion with, it's like it's on dead, it falls on dead ears. It just doesn't go anywhere. And so you're sick and tired of feeling this way, but it's like, maybe that's what the divine wants from you. Maybe the divine just wants you to acknowledge your feelings, because this situation or this person or these people could not. Do you see what I'm saying? So now it's like the divine just wants you to feel that, because there is no answer. Sometimes you don't get the answer you want. Sometimes you don't get the conclusion you want, but it is important for you to feel that, so that you can validate your own emotions, your own pain. That's just what it is. Sometimes there's triggers that we all deal with, and it could be like that forever. But the divine's saying that once you start feeling these emotions, then you feel better after. Right? It all of a sudden doesn't weigh as much as it used to. It doesn't own you as much as it used to. It doesn't trigger you. It could probably trigger you as much as it used to, but I feel like your reaction could be different. You're underestimating the value of sitting there with that pain. Right? Because what happens after is you're at peace again. You can forgive. You can move on. Let's see what else. Let's use the anime tarot. What's up with the Six of Wands? Oh yeah, with the Ten of Wands, right? It's like, yeah. It almost seems to me like This is what builds your strength. Like, this is what made you strong. Like, all of that rejection or all of that being invalidated by others is what made you have to go within and validate yourself. In turn, it made you so strong that look, you're like, look how beautiful this gem is. It's like, this is what's this is who you really are, because of what's happened to you, because of what you go through on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, right? It's that type of rejection is what makes you the person that you are. And it gives you, it's like that type of experience helps you help others in a way. So again, it's like, again, I don't think you're able to understand that or see that until you sit still in that pain and validate your own pain. Then you'll be able to understand where I'm coming from here, guys. Because this is like the after effect of dealing with it, right? This is how you feel after you've dealt with the pain. With the Six of Wands next is, yeah, it's like dropping the burden. I feel like as long as somebody else rejects you and that gets to you to the point where it's too painful, right? I feel like then you're going to blame yourself because this person or this situation or this environment does not acknowledge you. I feel like you blame yourself for that. You carry the guilt on your back. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, because Six of Wands talks about getting over conflict and all of that, but I think it's bigger than that. I think the conflict is that you don't think you're enough. You judge yourself harshly because of the rejection you experience by others or environments that you're in. They don't acknowledge you or embrace you as you are. So you carry that guilt. And I feel like in turn, so what you do is like now, okay? In turn now, it's like, I feel like maybe it's easier for you to beat yourself up about it, because as long as you have someone to blame for you not being acknowledged in the way that you deserve, then the pain is easier. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like a catch-22. Like, if someone doesn't acknowledge you in the way that you need to be acknowledged, right? Which is something that you love. It has to be something that you love. If something that you love does not acknowledge you in that way, then there's something wrong with you. But there isn't. I just think that that's what happens after it keeps happening time after time. Then you start feeling like you're the problem or you're unworthy, but it's not that at all. And once you realize that, then it's like you can liberate yourself from that guilt and that shame of not being enough, right? And I feel like that's how you resolve this conflict. I think that's you've been looking for an answer. This is it. If you think that's not an answer, that's fine. But like, sometimes it's not about you taking action. It's or like thinking your way through something. Sometimes it's just feeling your way through something. That will help you feel better. It raises your self-esteem, because if nobody else acknowledges you, then at least you did it for yourself. Let's see what else. How these cards fell. Yeah. Well, if these cards fell, I'm just going to go with this one. It's a Nine of Swords. Yeah. I feel like somebody's in pain here and they don't want to admit it to themselves. Oh my God, I want to cry. Dang. Taurus, I want to cry. Somebody's really hurt. Somebody feels like, bro, like they just will never be enough. Whoa, this really hurts. I don't know who you are, but you're in pain. I feel like you've given it all, your all, and you've gotten to a point where like you can't do anymore, or you can't live the way you've been living, carrying that guilt because you're gonna die. It's hurting your health. It's affecting your self-esteem. It's affecting you, your inner child. It's like it's causing you to be in prison. You're not even liberated because you keep holding on to like that fact. You think it's a fact, but it's not. You've got this, man. You see why you get this beautiful pink with the Nine of Swords in the background. It's a blockage, right? But it's painful, right? It's painful to go there, but I just think you want to be loved. I feel like you're the type of person that deserves to be loved. I feel like maybe life just shorted you, you know, like you never got the love you needed. Like you were failed. Like the system failed you, people failed you, and I just feel like you just never knew what it was to be loved. And I think you went around hoping somebody could love you in that way, and it didn't work out. Damn. It's okay, Taurus. I feel like you're learning. I feel like the divine's teaching you how to love yourself in that way. And I know it's not fair because it's like, you know, it's forcing you to be stronger in ways that you didn't think you'd have to be strong in that way to just love yourself, right? But I feel like these are just one of the things that you have to deal with. And so you're asking, I feel like the divine's trying to show you, like, I feel like the divine wants to love you and show you that you can learn to love yourself in a way where, like, you can liberate yourself from this prison of I'm not enough, you're not enough, right? It's this prison that you're liberating yourself from, and I'm telling you, you're going to feel better. But in order for you to do that, you have to heal. Tap into this painful feelings of rejection that keep happening time and time again. And they're going to keep happening until you acknowledge it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you can do this. You can heal that wound and then move on. Finally, so you can just be, right? Oh, I didn't even see this card. You got the Lovers. Yeah, man. This is the, like, it's time for you. I feel like you're at a point in your life where you could live in a more loving way, like of self. Like learning to love yourself in such a way that's so respectful of your energy, your time, just you, right? Self-care. It's like you could, I don't want to say you could or you should, right? I'm saying you could, though, live in a more loving and forgiving way. And you will. You will. I see it happening for you. I just think you need to get over this pain. This pain of rejection that keeps happening for you. Okay? All right, guys. That was for my Taurus. I know that was a long reading. I do apologize. Whew. All right. The next sign is going to be for my Geminis. Let's see what else. Hopefully we have something good. I felt like those two readings were kind of heavy. I don't know why it's so heavy. Okay. Gemini. We're going to use the Delusion Tarot for you guys and the Anime Tarot. Ooh. What? Look at this. Okay. So we got the Delusion Tarot, and now we're going to use the Anime Tarot. Hey, hi, welcome, Milo. Welcome. All right, I'm going to use one more card, and then we're going to get through. There's 2 cards. Damn, that's like 3 cards. Okay. Okay, I see why that 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords wanted to come out earlier. All right, Gemini, 3422. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello, Nilo, you're Iranian. Okay, well, welcome to my channel, and hopefully you're safe and sound over there, Nilo. Sorry guys, yeah, I know that's going on right now. Shout out to everybody going through a situation over there. Hopefully they're okay, and hopefully, you know, we can send love and prayers to their countries from both sides so that they're okay and safe and sound. Okay. All right, Gemini, I have the Magician and the Hangman. These two cards fell out first, but they're in the opposite sides, so they were like, they came out like this. Okay. I feel like somebody, it's not the worst situation here, but I'm getting there's like two people. I don't think they're the same person. I think these are two people that are maybe in conflict. I don't want to say conflict. Maybe they're just not seeing eye to eye. They feel very separated from one another because these two cards came out way separate. Like they came out like this, right? I feel like this might be you. The one that's walking away or like not looking at a certain individual because I feel like you're trying to avoid a fight. I feel like you're trying to avoid conflict. You're trying to avoid seeing someone. I don't know. I feel like this is like, I feel like somebody hurt you or somebody like really like, I don't know. This is like beyond disrespect. I feel like somebody like made you feel really unacknowledged, or somebody, I don't know, they did something that really hurt you, so you kind of walked away, or you don't want to talk to this person, or I don't know. I don't want to call it conflict. I just, because conflict's more like, I guess it could be conflict, right? It almost seems to me like there's just someone's in, both people are in pain. I don't want to diminish any other, like, I want to say both people are in pain here. I just think that your ways of dealing with people, or the ways of lashing out, or the ways of being, okay, maybe that came out wrong. The way you guys deal with conflict is different because you're two different individuals. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. You have the Two of Swords in reverse. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but then you got the Five of Swords there, so I couldn't help you guys. Yeah, there's a big separation here between you two. I feel like this person, this is the Hangman. This person keeps doing things that are causing them to feel very, I feel like this person, when you were hurt by this person, whatever this person did to you, you walked away, or you decided to kind of step back and not deal with them, maybe ignore them. I think you gave them the silent treatment. If this isn't you and you're the other person, I feel like it hurt you. So if you weren't acknowledging this person, or if this person was trying to tell you something and you didn't see what they were saying, or you didn't take what they were saying seriously, they walked away. They gave you the silent treatment. They don't want to talk to you. And then if this isn't you, this is the person who is looking, and they put a big foot in their mouth. They're really hurt because you're not acknowledging them. You pick whatever side you're on, okay? Somebody's not acknowledging the other person, so now this person's taking it to heart. So I feel like you tried to tell this person, or whoever the magician is, they try to tell this person, hey, I don't like when you do this. They try to negotiate or talk, and when this person did not apologize or acknowledge what they did was hurtful, this person walked away, gave you the silent treatment, and that's what hurt you, because you thought, well, I'm gonna keep, whoever the Hangman is thought that they could keep pushing boundaries like that or showing disrespect, and I felt like they had to learn the hard way. Ooh, I don't know. I'm not saying either party is right. I just think that sometimes disagreements speak louder than words, right? Sometimes silence speak louder than words, right? Sometimes it does. Sometimes silence will hurt somebody more than getting into a discussion, right? So you guys decide where you're at in that situation. You have the King of Swords. We're not I don't know, Nilo. I have no idea if this is your situation or not. So what I'm saying is there's a magician, okay? There's a hangman. There's two people here. They're in disagreements. One walked away. They're not talking to you because they tried to say something to you. If this is you, I don't know who you are in here, okay? One person tried to say how they felt, right? They tried to state something. They tried to get their point across. They were trying to have civilized discussion. But this person did not listen to this person. So this person decided to walk away because it felt unheard. This person got hurt. This person didn't understand how much they hurt you until this person walked away. Once this person gave this person the silent treatment, this person was like, oh my God, I'm in pain. How dare you? I'm hurt, right? This person's hurt because this person said, you are not going to disrespect me again. I don't know who you are in that situation. It might not even be for you, right? So we'll see. All right. King of Swords is, yeah, the two people again. But it came out like this. Disagreement, right? They're not looking at you. They're not acknowledging you. They just want to be left alone. This person here is trying to give you a shitty ass offer. They're trying to come in and make it seem like they want to talk and they want to, you know, just have civil conversation. But this person knows or feels like this is a trap. It may not be true. It could just be paranoia. This could just be someone feeling paranoia because they don't want to experience that type of pain again, where they felt unheard or where they felt like it's always the same thing over and over again, right? What I'm saying is, the whole point here is that these two are in disagreement. These two are in disagreement, and one person wants to talk, insert dominance, and the other person is not willing to budge. So either way, they're both being very stubborn at this point. Maybe this person really did mess up. I don't know, right? It depends. You know your situation, but what I'm saying is that there's no agreement here. Like, no matter what this person will try to do to fix the situation, or maybe this person is victimizing themselves, saying that I'm trying to talk to you and I'm trying to get my point across, and if you're not even engaging with me, well, what's the point? This person's saying, that's the point, motherfucker. I don't want to engage with you. Do you see what I'm saying? This person does not care. They do not want anything to do with this person because they're too controlling. They don't listen. They don't learn. This is what this person's saying. Again, everybody has a different situation. You have the devil in the middle. It's conflict. Right in the middle. Right? So even if this is a disagreement, even if this is whatever, you guys could be married, you guys could be best friends, it could be a sibling partnership, it could be friendships, it could be anything. If this disagreement is going on the way it is, nothing's going to get settled because you both aren't willing to budge. No one is the wiser here. No one's leading with their heart in this situation. Okay. So that's what's going on here, okay? Again, this might not be a regular relationship. This could be something else. I don't know. This could be you and a really good friend. This could be you and a parent. This could be you and a sibling. Like, you pick. You decide. All right, then you got the World. You guys need a little bit of water here. The gentleness of this picture, of this energy, saying like, hey, it doesn't have to be like that, right? But you need to be able to see this from... It's almost as if it's saying, look, if you want to make the situation better, you're going to have to see where you're wrong in this situation. I'm not saying you're 100% wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you're going to have to own up to where you're wrong here if you want to make this work. And maybe you're the person that's always the one that's going to have to be the bigger person, right? Depending. But I'm just saying, if you do want to make this work, you're going to have to be the bigger person. You're going to have to be more vulnerable. You're going to have to tell them how you feel. And if you don't feel this is going anywhere, then leave. I don't blame you. I myself can't be in relationships or in situations where I don't feel heard. I get it. Okay? The other person, I don't think they're capable of seeing that they were wrong. I just think they're so used to being in their own ways or doing things their own ways. I feel like this person's like, it's that saying, you're trying to teach an old horse new tricks. You can't do that. Old dog new tricks. You can't do that. This person is not willing to learn or see where they went wrong. It almost seems like they're trying to give you like something as a peace offering, but it's not real. I feel like this person's not again, they choose not to know better. They choose to stay where they're at. And I feel like that's where the problem lies. So maybe I can see why you may not want to even engage this person anymore. I totally see it. So, all right, that was for my Geminis. Well, right now we're doing a 12 sign forecast. So we're on Gemini. We're going to go through the whole 12 signs. So we're going to go from Aries, Cancer, all the way into Pisces. And then after that, then we can I could read the cards for you, right? No problem. All right. Okay. All right. Cancer, like comes straight. Yes, thank you, White Runs. These other cards fell, so we're gonna have to. Dang, we got good cards there. Nine of Cups, Temperance. All these good cards fell. No, I'm not picking them up. All right. Cancer. Hopefully we get good cards because these readings so far have been. They've been out there. They've been out there. All right. Cancer. Ah, there you go. Okay. All right, this is good. Much better. I love this. Okay. Cancer. 4725. I have the 10 of Cups. Here's the thing with this 10 of Cups. I feel like you're trying to... I think you're very ambitious. You're very ambitious. Cancer. I feel like you are always trying to get things done. Right? It's like you're always... I feel like you're Superman, Superwoman energy. I feel like you're always trying to finish as many tasks as possible and have as much time available for the people that you love. But I'm getting, it's like your ambitions to the point where like you're kind of getting really exhausted. Like, look at how this is right. This is you with this energy. It's a 10 of Cups, but look, it's like you're trying to stack on more than you can handle. And it's getting to the point where like, you're about to crash. You're about to crash, Cancer. You need to know when to say no. I feel like you're trying to go beyond your own physical human limitations. I'm sorry. Yeah. Like you're trying to go beyond what you can do. And I feel like the divine's going to teach you a lesson about, or like life's going to teach you a lesson about not biting off more than you can chew. Because we've talked about this these last couple of months, that the divine's been showing us to slow down, so that we can be more in tune. We'd be more aware when we flow with the universe. Things they're better. You preserve energy. You're happier, you're lighter, you're free. And I feel like it's like you feel good. You'll have your moments when you're there, and then all of a sudden something bad happens and you're like, you start freaking out again. Then you start running into doubt, fear, worry, stress, and you start going back into that energy where I have to accomplish, and if I don't accomplish, then I feel like that's a distraction. I feel like you keep doing that when you feel pain that you're not willing to face. I feel like you'll start running again and start trying to get all these things done, but in reality it's because you're not surrendering to the flow. And then look what happens. This is a Six of Wands, right? But the Six of Wands isn't even on fire, bro. There's no fire on this. There's nothing on this. You're tired. You got nothing else to give. All your energy has been wasted, or not wasted because you did do things, but I feel like it's you burned out. It's not even the end of October. It's the beginning of October, and you're gonna be burnt out in like a couple of days. Energy. Do you see what I'm saying? So the divine's trying to come in and say, it's almost as if the divine's already showed you, like, this is what happens when you go beyond your physical capabilities or abilities. You're too tired, and because you are, you're stubborn. You don't want to change that. I don't know, what is this thing about? Why do you need to prove that you can do it all? Is the question, Cancer. I feel like if you need to ask yourself, like, I want you to sit down and ask yourself, why do you keep trying to overdo? Like, where is this stemming from? Where is this coming from? Is this old? Why are you still clinging on to this old programming that isn't, you're not winning, you're not happy by it, you're tired by it, it's not getting you anywhere faster? Like, why do you need to achieve so much? Where is this really coming from? Because it's getting to the point where it's affecting your health. It's affecting your health. You get the Three of Pentacles next. The divine's going to come in and again show you that you're already valuable. You're already enough. You're already doing enough. When are you going to see it? And this is you with the Seven of Wands, right? You had the Six of Wands on top. You got the Seven of Wands on the bottom. You only have enough to refuel a little bit. Because that's the thing. When you're refueled, when you gain your energy back, you're Superwoman again, or Superman. You can go and get everything done under the sun, but the next day you wake up and you are out of it. Or you come home and you're so exhausted, you don't even know what happened. Right? And so I'm getting that, like, that this is not healthy. And I feel like there's something really deep beneath that. There's something there that's being shown to you, and I'm afraid that you may not want to look. You're not going to want to look. It's definitely old programming you're working through, so you got this. Let's see what else. Yeah. This is the pain card again. It came out earlier. Nine of Swords. There's pain here. It stems from like limiting self-beliefs, feelings of unworthiness, feelings of do or die, feelings of I have to get things done. I have to win. I have to win at all costs. Is what I'm getting from you guys. Oof. But you're killing yourself doing this, man. I don't know. I feel like you're going to have to learn that lesson the hard way, because there's people who go through this and they die like that. They don't care. But I feel like you know better. You know better. It's like at the cost of your health, and that's not even worth it. All right, well, I know really when we're doing that to our health, it's due to like an underlying fear, an underlying programming that's not good for us. So you will get through this, Cancer. I know you will. I believe in you. You've got this. Let's just face this once and for all. There's something here for us to face and deal with. We got this. All right, that was for my Cancers. Okay, Leo. Leo. All right, let's see what else. Leo. Oh, we're gonna use the Luna L for you guys, and then do I want to mix it with anything else? Probably not. All right. Okay, the Two of Cups wants to come out. Let's do the Two of Cups. Yeah, if you donate, you can do that. You can donate at Jocelyn Lovely 888, PayPal or Cash App. In the description box below, you'll see all the information. And then I can definitely do a reading for you, okay? Okay. Leo, 5549, 5549. All right. I feel like somebody's, this is weird to say. Leos are so bright. They're the sun energy. They're masculine energy. They're action oriented. They're very proud and like happy and confident. It's the gorgeous, it's what fire signs are. They're creative. They're out there. They are very confident about who they are. They're all about their values or beliefs, and they make sure that you know that this is who they are. That's just how they operate, right? But I'm getting the opposite of that. I'm getting Leo, you're learning to be a little bit more in your intimacy energy. I don't know why I want to laugh by saying that. There's this intimacy issues going on in the background, and I'm getting this season you're going to learn like about your intimacy issues. Right? And this doesn't just mean like sexually, right? It means like how well do you deal with people on a one-on-one basis, right? Even if it's just partnerships, relationships, like how well do you... Okay, so like there's, for example, if you go out there and you show a certain version of yourself, a very confident version of yourself, that's good and all, but there's other versions of you that I feel are more open and free and gentle, and those sides of you are the ones that like you hide from the world. Those are the versions of yourself that are being asked to come out and be revealed to your partners, friends, like people that you hold in high regards. There's certain people that that do deserve to see that version of you that is more like this. Humble, gentle. It's still a flame, but it's a more tame version of you. A more vulnerable version of you. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like the divine just wants you to show that version of yourself. And it's funny because when it's time for you to reveal that version of yourself, you can't. You're terrified. I feel like you're scared to be judged, or you're scared of somebody really seeing you as you are, like seeing the real you, like what's behind what I show people on an everyday basis, like what's behind that. It's intimacy. Intimacy through companionship, intimacy, vulnerability. And that's the thing, right? Because then you have the King of Pentacles here, right? This is you. And you see yourself in not just the face that you show the world, but like other versions of you that are also you. But you never let these sides of you come out. And so now you're starting to see that. Like there are other versions of you that are a part of you. And I feel like you're kind of shocked by that. You're shocked by that news, right? Because you're like, well, right? Here you thought you were so confident and you had it going on, but I don't know. All of a sudden, there's certain areas where you don't excel at, where you may need a little more help. And there's other people who are more than willing to help you bring that out of you. And I think it's like a little humbling. There's like this feeling of, oh, you're a little embarrassed. I feel like somebody's embarrassed because they don't know what it's like to be this to be this open at that magnitude, right? That type of vulnerability is deep. And this is new territory for you. So you're learning a lot this season about who you are, right? Yeah, and I feel like you're going to take a seat back. And I feel a lot of it has to do with the feminine energy, right? Learning to, it's not even just feminine energy. I'm just seeing a lot of you guys just sitting there watching other people show you what it's like to be in intimate relationships or intimate, vulnerable friendships, partnerships, commitments, contracts, engaging others, right? But this is you just watching others teach you how to be like this. And you're just sitting there accepting it, allowing these people to show you that. And this is where the feminine energy comes in, right? Because it's going to require you to just sit still and allow these people to come help you. Allow these people to show you another version of yourself or help you bring out that version of yourself that you didn't even know you had or were capable of having. And here you are. The gentleness that you've been needing. Right? Because it's bouncy, it's open, it's free, it's flexible, but it was in reverse. Right? It's out of your control. It's out of you're out of your element here. And I think you're aware of that. And so it's really beautiful because that's what you need. And you know, I think you knew that you needed help in certain areas, but you didn't know how, to what extent or what areas, right? And so this season is all about surprises, like surprise, right? Somebody else is going to come help you and you're like, well, I guess I have to be okay with this. Okay, let me learn something new, right? It's going to leave you speechless, right? Because it's like, it's a different type of approach that you're not used to, and it's humbling, and it's beautiful, and it's scary. It's a little scary for you because you haven't tapped into this energy. But it's you. It's definitely a version of you that can be brought out. And it will be. I think you're going to allow Libra season to come play with you a little bit, right? Bring out that vulnerable, soft energy. And I know we're in a masculine season, but nonetheless, I'm getting that you're really focusing on, not really focusing. That's the opposite of the energy that I'm talking about. I'm getting you're learning something new about who you are. That gentle version of you. It looks good on you, baby. I like this. I like this. All right, that was for my Leos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. How do I donate? Go to the description box. You tap into the description box. It's going to have PayPal and Cash App. Jocelyn Lovely 888. Jocelyn Lovely 888. Thank you. LaRue, how do you subscribe? How do I subscribe? How do I subscribe? How do I subscribe? It says subscribe. Like on the, you can literally go to my channel and subscribe. It shows you. It literally in the description box, when you click, it says subscribe down there. I think it does. All right. Virgo. You're welcome. I don't know if it wanted this one or this one. Just in case. don't think it wanted the Ace of Pentacles. I have no clue what these cards. Let me redraw, because I know these two fell, but I don't know about these two. Let me just make sure. Ah, I'm using the anime tarot for you guys. Okay. All right. Maybe that is what I wanted to come out. Okay. All right, we're gonna use 2 more cards, okay? There it is. Virgo. 6614, 6614. Okay. So I had a whole bunch of cards that came out that actually go with the reading. I just didn't take them out. I don't know why. But either way, whatever cards are supposed to come out, the same message. Doesn't matter what cards come out, the same message will apply. It will just use different cards to get the illustration going, right? Not just the illustration, but like the message, right? Okay, I got the 7 of Swords with the Fool. I'm almost getting like a light of truth, something of light substance, which to me could be authenticity. It could be a truth. It could be realization. It's just something that comes in, right? Really, really of this type of energy, of this type of light. It could be even the sun frequency, because it talks about clarity. But with the sword, it talks about truth. And it comes out. And then look what happens to this full energy. So if you were in the dark, all that is in dark must eventually come to light. I'm getting some truth or some realization comes into fruition for you, and you cannot run from this. You cannot. It will. The universe cannot allow you to run from this. So if you were living some type of way, right, that was not of a frequency of authenticity, you're gonna wake up to a harsh reality or harsh truth about self, about your environment, about something. Okay, we're gonna get deeper into that. Yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. All right. You're good, LaRue. All right. So then we get the 10 of Cups with the Emperor. This came out as the 2 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords came out right after. That's what I'm saying. It's like... and the 10 of Cups with the Emperor here. That's a 4. I feel like this realization that comes in, you thought it was a bad thing, but it actually isn't. It's actually something that you've needed. This truth or this realization is something that you've needed in order for you to be a little bit happier long term. Because you have the 10 of Cups and then the Emperor here. If you really think about it, right after the shock or the surprise, subsides, or like once you're used to or can process that truth, it's like you see it for how good this actually is. So it may be a surprise, it may be so shocking, it might be so scary because it's coming out of nowhere, right? But after you've given yourself some time to process this, it's like you realize that this is probably the best thing that could have happened to you, because it's leading you to the 10 of Cups, which is a happier version of self. Let's see what else. Yeah. I feel like the divine is saying that though, like, it's trying to get you to see something from a I feel like this is a gift or reward that is actually bringing in like justice, peace, love, light, but I feel like you're not seeing it that way. And because you're seeing it as a bad thing or something that may be your enemy or harmful, you're like, no, I don't want this, right? And you're not willing to let this energy come in and show you otherwise. But I feel like whatever this is actually a gift to freedom, a gift or some type of justice that the divine thinks you need in order for you to progress to the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. In order for you to be happy, because you go from the 4 to a 5. This is the Emperor going to the 5, right? So it's like it's actually elevating you to a different version of self, a more enlightened version of self, because although you are the Emperor, a leader, authoritative, that you know your way around things, this type of energy is great. It's in the physical, right? But I feel like the divine is trying to get you to experience a little bit something more on the enlightenment side. So the 5 of the Hierophant, right? It's a 5. I feel like this is the person that ends up having questions, right, about his journey. And all of a sudden, it's like he relies more on faith or his spirituality or his spiritual conduct in order for him to find answers, right? But in order for you to find answers or go through a specific journey, you have to ask certain questions. And these type of questions are the ones that will make you leave your past behind, or these type of questions are the things that will make you leave everything else, right? Leave your comfort zone, because he's very comfortable here. With the 4 of Pentacles, it's comfort, a life of comfort. It's all you know, it's all you've built. But it's like staying here for too long. It's actually, it's to a point where, yeah, it's cool and all, but at one point it's like, the soul doesn't want to stay complacent. The soul doesn't just want to stay in one place forever, right? It gets to a point where like it's time to go somewhere else. It's time to go down a different path. It's time to learn new things, right? But in order for you to go there, you have to ask the question. You have to ask certain questions that only the Hierophant will ask, because he's ready for that type of enlightenment, spiritual growth, ascension. He's ready to go down his path a little further. And in order for him to leave, again, for the Emperor to leave his comfort zone, he needs to ask enough questions that are going to make him want to get out of his chair and leave his kingdom behind to go start something else, or go find answers. Remember back in the day, a lot of kings, right? They came into power, but they weren't just in power and stayed there. A lot of the kings, right, would travel to other countries to go explore neighboring cities, to go, learn things from certain people, right? To go learn different cultures, explore different cultures, and see what they learn from it. But in order for the king, kings to leave, they needed to ask the question, what's on the other side? What's beyond my reality? And once they asked those questions, little by little, they got the urge and the willingness to want to go and explore and go. But that requires faith, right? Because it's the faith of, do I believe there's other things for me to learn out there, to explore out there? And if there is, I'm going to get up and go from the comfort, the level of comfort that I'm at, which could be riches, or you build an empire, to let's go out there. Let's go and explore, and let's find, and let's become more knowledgeable. Let's go learn something, right? And so I feel like that you go from the Emperor, which comfort, to the 5, right? Ready for something bigger, a new chapter of your life. And I feel like that's where the divine is leading you. Let's see what else. You had the Queen of Pentacles. Let me clarify that Queen of Pentacles. This reading was beautiful. I love this for Virgo. feel like you're going to take this. You're going to take the opportunity here. You're going to take the opportunity to go out there and explore, knowing that you're okay, you're safe, and the divine is protecting you always. And here you are on your way to something, to go find answers. You're seeking answers to questions that you have because you understand that this is all a part of your journey. I mean, think about it. Why would the divine urge you or guide you to have certain questions like that? Why do you think certain things pique your interest? Because there's something there, right? It's free will. You could do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, it's like the divine is trying to, integrate with you and show you there's something out there for you that you're going to enjoy, right? And so that's how it gets your attention. Do you have the faith to go and pursue the things that pique your interest? Yeah, I think you do. And here you are on your way. Even though you don't know what's in front of you, you don't, but you walk knowing that there's something there that catches your attention. There's something there that's going to help you answer your own questions about your life, about who you want to become, about where you're headed. I mean, only you know, right? Okay, that was for my Virgos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The next sign is going to be for my Libras. Libras. Okay. For you guys, do I want to use the Stars here deck? I think so. Let's use the Delusion Tarot. Libras. Dang. Okay. All right. Well, this is one of those readings. Okay. It's one of those readings. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Libra, 7828, 7828. All right. So I have the Death card. And this is the Knight of Pentacles. This is surprising, right? I didn't want to talk about this, but I guess it's in my readings. The Knight of Pentacles, it almost seems like destruction. Somebody's life is completely destroyed, or a tower came in and destroyed your life. Like you could have had a peaceful little life, you were doing your own thing, and all of a sudden, destruction, casualties, war. I mean, your whole life just came shambling, like crumbling down in shambles. Okay, this reminds me of a third world country going through something right now. Like their whole life is destroyed while other people have no idea, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we could sit there and be grateful, right? Because we're not the ones dealing with something like this, right? And there's other people who they're living their life, and then all of a sudden their whole life is destroyed due to resources, and all of a sudden there's like casualties, right? Like your life will never be the same because somebody went through a horrible experience of whatever it was, right? It could be war. Just feels like your whole life was uprooted, right? Because this was you, your beautiful little life. This is a gorgeous life. You had everything going for you. You had a promising future, and all of a sudden it's like you didn't see this. For some of you guys, it wasn't even like war, those casualties. It was like, again, the floods. I feel like this is in the 3D physical. Somebody's life is in shambles now because they're either homeless now, their home was destroyed, and now they have to go live in a shelter. They don't have nowhere to sleep, nowhere to live. Do you see what I'm saying? And they need help, and nobody can hear them. Like their whole life, they have literally are crying because they have no idea how they're gonna survive. And here's the Tower, is what I was saying. Y'all thought I was joking. I don't think it's emotional. It could be emotional, okay? For some of you guys, it could just be emotional, but it's reflecting in the 3D physical. So if your life is in shambles right now, it's a clear representation of like, you're feeling like that on the inside because of what's happened on the outside, okay? You got the Page of Swords with the Magician. Now you're going to have to look within, because if you were trying to avoid looking within, or if you were trying to avoid not going there, you're forced to go within now because of what happened in the physical. So again, you weren't anticipating this, but this came as a shock. And now that this is coming as a shock, your life will never be the same again. But that's okay. That's part of life. That's how life rolls. We all have our goods, our highs, and then we go through our really, really, really lows. And I'm getting somebody's going through a really hard time right now. The Magician is, you're all seeing, right? But he's looking at the Page of, what is it, Swords. But this is my dream card. This is my, my card fell. This is my dreamer card. This is nightmares, night terrors, trying the dream state, having to go and look within. Right? Like our life is in shambles on the outside because it's reflecting what we feel inside. And I feel like somebody's forced to do it now, and they probably weren't trying to do that. But again, the divine decides when you have to look within, not humans. We don't decide. We can decide, but if we don't, again, the divine will force us, right? This reminds me of Saturnian energy, but it's also Scorpionic energy because you have death and rebirth. Death and rebirth. That's the whole point of this. It's time. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, somebody's this is the angel again. The angel of death and rebirth. Somebody is, again, warrior spirit. Somebody's going to have to kind of take a look as to why this is happening to their life. Why is there so much chaos and destruction? And they're going to have to go within and figure that out. As to like, even if you weren't, again, it probably isn't because you did something bad either. If this is just what it is, sometimes life does that to you. It brings in a situation that you were not anticipating. It will completely change your life. You think it's derailing you, but it's just a part of your life. It was what's going to happen. It's just what it is. It's in the cards for you. No pun intended there, right? But I feel like now you're going to have to go within and figure out, like, what does this mean in your life? Why did this happen? You're going to have so many questions, and it's going to take you a very long time to kind of just be in acceptance of this because of the magnitude of how much it shakes you to the core. This is why the warrior, it's a warrior spirit, right? You're going to fight your way through. It's going to show, it's going to build you as a person. It's going to show you how strong you really are. That's just how life is. Unfortunately, you know, people always say it and you don't really understand until you go through your own trials and tribulations and then realize that's life. Eighth is strength. It's going to require all your strength to survive this. It's going to be a really rough couple of years, maybe. Whatever this is, it's big, okay? It's not something small. So I hate being the person to say this because I remember when somebody told me this in a tarot reading 5 or 6 years ago. They told me something horrible, like a bad news was going to come in. It was going to destroy my world inside out, and it did. And I feel like it was just, you know, it took me years to really accept it and realize that it was in the cards for me. That's just how life is, right? And yeah, it's going to harden you up. It's going to make you really hard, but it's okay. You will be okay. You will fight your way through the next couple of years, but you will be okay. You just will. Okay. I like this sweater. Thank you, White Runs. Thank you, Alexander. All right, that was for my Libras. The next sign is going to be for my Scorpio. Scorpio. I thought I could get these done, but I might have to cut it. So I might have to change the title. If I don't get through to Sag, after Saggy, if I get too tired, then I'm going to stop at Saggy, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I went through half the deck. So let's do Scorpio and see how I feel after, okay? Hopefully you guys are doing okay. Oof. Let's just see what's up. I'm going to take all these out. Interesting. Okay. All right, Scorpio. I don't even think I need any more cards. I think I'm just gonna... I'm gonna pull out one more card and see, okay? Oh. This is why I didn't want to take out another card. All right. Scorpio. 8709. Hey, Rebecca. These cards keep falling today. Do my cards really fall that often? I'm not used to this anymore. All right. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you. All right. I have the Seven of Pentacles with the star, but this star energy, like, man, this card is really powerful. I'm a little scared to tap into this energy. I'm getting like you are getting like this solar energy is so strong. And the only reason I'm saying solar energy is because, like, remember when we think about solar power, we think about technology, electricity, right? We think of like, what can you do with solar energy? It's so powerful. If you get a solar flare, it will disrupt the nature of like our technology, right? Like too much of it will destroy you. It's funny how we use it to get through our lives and do what we do, but too much of it will harm you. I feel like somebody is using too much solar energy. Like overconsumption of it, or like, I know it sounds weird to say, right? Because you see how this person is like seeing this star? It almost seems like your eyes can get burned out by this, or like it's, I don't know, man. This is not, it's just too much of that energy. Is it overactivation of the solar plexus? Is it an overactivation of you needing to find a certain truth? Like, what is this energy? It's a little scary because it's really bright in nature. It's almost as if the divine's saying, like, can you balance that type of energy? Not having too much of it, or not trying to attach too much into that energy, right? Because if you have too much of it, it overthrows your whole chakra system. It overthrows your energy. It's not good. And here you are with the Knight of Cups. It's like if you rely too much on this energy, I'm seeing like an overspill of like, you know what I'm saying, of energy again. It's like it's too much of it. Too much of it. Hey, I see you, Rebecca. I see you. Yeah, I'm getting too much of it. She's saying bye. Oh, okay, sorry, bye. My bad. Yeah, and then look, the Ten of Wands again. But look, it's the energy. It's like it's peering through, and it's like destroying it's destroying this Ten of Wands. It's burning it down. Okay, so okay, there it is. Are you overdoing something? Are you overdoing it with your energy? Are you always trying to stay positive, and are you always trying to overdo things, right? So if you have enough energy, I feel like you're, again, are you over using that energy? But it's almost to the point where like too much of that energy is going to burn you out, right? Because at the end of the day, look at what it's doing to this 10 of Wands. It's peering through. It's so powerful, but I feel like, look, it's just going to destroy you. So it's like misuse of that energy. Let's see what else. Yeah, it's like this cup should just be enough. But I feel like you've overconsumed or overused your resources or energy to the point where like now you're exhausted and there's nothing left, or you're bare. So if you're going out there and being, let's say you're being social, right? Let's say you're out there and you're always social and you're, just always giving it your best, 110%, right? Dedication to your job, to your peers, to your colleagues. It's like it's getting to a point where like it's too much. It's starting to become an imbalance. So now by the time you get home, it's like there's not enough energy for you, or like the same type of warmth and energy that you give to others. It's getting to the point where it's going to backfire because now it's expected of you, and then now you're not going to have enough to give. Do you see what I'm saying? Where the misbalance is here? And that's just an example. I'm trying to see like where else this energy is like it's overdoing it in that energy. So now it's like it's too much. For example, if you drink too much water, if you put too much water in this cup, it's going to overflow, right? And all of a sudden this flower or this plant, it can't really grow because you put too much water into it. Do you see what I'm saying? It's something like that. For Scorpio, overconsumption of things. That's the thing. Like, okay, this is the 7 of Pentacles, right? It's like hard work. You're putting in all the hard work, and then you're thinking, am I doing enough? Am I doing enough to get to the 10? Right? Because at the 7, it's like, did I do enough hard work to get me there? But it's you actually questioning yourself whether you did it or not. And then it's like, well, now you're thinking, if I didn't do enough, what could I have done to do better, to show up better, to be a better friend, to be a better this, to be, to give enough of myself, right? And it's like, again, it's that I want to be here at this level. And it's like you trying to maybe go pursue something to get to the 10, only to realize that you're actually, you're going to hurt yourself by doing that. It almost reminds me of a perfectionistic energy because it's a 7 of Pentacles, right? Isn't that like a Virgo energy here? Is it a Virgo energy? Let me just double make sure. I don't know why I forgot that. It's that perfectionistic, hardworking energy, but it's like overdoing it, right? But I think you don't even realize you're overdoing it. I think you feel like you're not doing enough. That's the problem. That's the catch-22. Like the divine saying, no, right? But I don't think you hear that. Remember, when we think of the star, we think of the best, right? You're looking up at this energy. I have to be the best, or I have to be here. But I feel like that's an illusion, or it's going to hurt you in the end. It's going to backfire. Because it's like if you're trying to achieve success or massive improvements or massive, like, even let's say it's your spirituality, you're trying to get to a certain place of enlightenment, it could backfire. Because then you're forgetting about like your humanness and like your limitations. It's like you're trying to surpass that, but it's like, it's to the point where like now it's like dangerous. Because there are other versions of you that can't come out and be, right? Because if you're trying to be something or be the best, you're missing out on like who you really are, which is not perfect. It could be a mess, but it's who you are. Do you see what I'm saying? Not calling you like a bad person or messy. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that we're human, we're imperfect, right? And that's part of what makes us so great. And that's the truth. This is the Ace of Swords. Like, you gotta be honest with yourself here. You gotta be honest with yourself here. Are we really trying to achieve, and to what extent is it enough? When do we start becoming greedy, right? Where's the borderline between greed and are we enough? Is this enough, right? Like, right? This is the middle. We're enough, us being greedy, and then us being procrastinators. You're not this at all. But then it's two sides of a coin, right? Because if you're not procrastinators, then you're overachievers. And that's not good for you either. It's not good for your self-esteem. Because then your self-esteem is built off of doing, instead of just being. I feel like somebody needs to learn that this season. Oh my gosh. Scorpios. Yeah, you don't have to be rich. You're enough. You don't have to acquire massive amounts of success or of wealth. You're enough, right? I like this reading for you guys. It's very realistic. I like it. I can't give up. I'm gonna fight till the end, even if I die trying. White runs, no white runs. We said the opposite of that. The opposite of that. You're probably an overachiever. That's the thing. You're an overachiever. But that's the same. It's like an imbalance though, because procrastinators, lazy people, and then overachievers. Where's the middle? We want to get to a healthy middle, guys. Healthy middle. All right, that was for my Scorpio. The next sign is going to be for my... Sorry, what was next? Saggy. I am here. Yes, Rebecca. Hey, welcome back. I see you, girl. I see you. Hopefully you guys are doing good. All right, Saggies and then Cappies. I think I'm going to use the Luna L for you guys. Luna L deck. She said, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, buddy. I like this. Okay, Saggies, I see you. I want to leave it there. There's only 2 cards that came out, but they're very powerful. Okay, the Queen of Cups wanted to come out earlier. One of the Queens came out earlier. I'm going to drop this Queen of Cups. It was the Queen of Wands earlier, but let's just do the Queen of Cups. Because essentially, let me see if the Queen of, another Queen comes out or something like that. Oh, no, that did not happen. Okay, it backfired. Let's see what, let's see what else. Oh, we got a chariot. Yeah. That didn't work out either. Okay. All right. This reading is going to go somewhere different. All right. We'll take it. We'll go with it. I don't want to pull out any more cards. I'm going to get confused. All right. Saggies. 9921. I like that beanie. Thank you, White Runs. Thank you. I got this a year ago. 2 years ago. Might have been a year ago. Okay. All right, we have the High Priestess with the Strength. At first, I want to say there's this layer of protection around you. When I looked at the cards, I didn't get that at first, but then I got it. Like, there's a layer of protection around you. You see how this is like a whole field and you're in the middle? You're right here. Like, nothing can touch you. Nothing can hurt you. And I feel like but that's the thing about you, you're already very strong, right? You're very already strong. You've already survived a lot, but I'm getting that like, it's to the point where maybe you thought you'd had to be strong your whole life, only to come up to be very present in the moment and realize there is nothing for you to fear. There is nothing for you to be that strong over. Oh, how dare you, universe? How dare you say this to us, okay? I feel that. I don't know. I feel that. There is no need for us to be this strong. Oh my God. The only reason I'm saying that is because I have strength, which strength is Leo. When we think of Leo, we think of the sun. I get the High Priestess. It's lunar. It's a balance of lunar and light, dark and light, right? But I'm getting her in the dark. It's dark. It's darker energy cards, right? You see the illustration. They're in the. It's like a darker lunar, right? What's hidden, and then you get like a more lighter color, which talks about the sun. That's what I'm getting. Like the divine's trying to show you that it's like you were trying to show yourself or prove to yourself that there's always harm around you, or there's always something to protect yourself or be wary of. That's what life taught you. So that's what you go around teaching yourself, or just being aware, right? Just cautious. If it's not just like in your surroundings, I'm getting like in your home life, in your job life, like it's like this it's scarcity mindset. It's not your fault, is what I want to say. I just think that you were so busy trying to prove to yourself in the world that you need to shun away from certain things, or be careful of certain things, that it's gotten out of hand. Because it could have protected you at one point of your life, but it's gotten to the point where like the divine just keeps showing you every day there's nothing to be afraid of. And I think you're like, oh, then if there's nothing to be afraid of, then I don't have to be so tense or in that scarcity mindset. So now what happens? You go from being here in a prison of your own making, right? Because it's lack of faith in a way. Scarcity mindset is lack of faith. To, dang, now I gotta surrender this because I think you knew that you lived that way, but that you were fearful, but I don't think you realized to what extent that it's to a point that you may be powerless over this. Being powerless over this means I have to give this up. I can't, so now I have to ask for the willingness. And here you are needing to get into the Queen of Cups energy, and you don't even know how. So now you kind of have to ask, help me get out of my own way, right? Because this Two of Cups is in reverse. We want to turn this over, right? This is love. This is the frequency of love. This is the frequency of faith. This is the frequency of freedom, liberty. It's not limitations. It's the opposite of that. It's being balanced. Worthy enough to believe that you're going to be taken care of no matter what. Protection, which is why the divine is saying protection. You are protected no matter what happens. There's protection around you, even though you're in strength energy. There's no need for that. So now you have to reprogram your mind, or you want to reprogram your mind into believing that you're safe at all times and it's okay. There's enough. So if okay, for example, if it's not scarcity mindset in maybe your surroundings, in your physical surroundings, what if it's about money? What if you're afraid of never having enough money? Or if you spend money on this and you're not going to have it on that? That you won't be able to take your kids to college. You won't be able to afford a roof over your head, right? What if it's that? I can't even spend because what if the divine doesn't replenish it? What if I don't have enough? Right? What if it's in the work field? I have to work, I have to work. If I don't work, they're going to fire me. They're going to replace me, right? It's that type of mindset that we're trying to heal from. Because this type of mindset, it's imprisoning us. That's why it's a Seven of Pentacles. It looks like a prison. There's no room to breathe. I feel like some of you guys feel the pressure and the tightness in your body and your chest because there's no room to breathe and just be. And so now you're giving that up to the universe, right? Saying no more. I don't want to keep living like this. I want to act as if I'm already abundant. Even if I don't feel it right now, I just want to believe it. Some of you guys are writing that down, journaling about this. Some of you guys are crying about this. Maybe you just went your whole life feeling like you always had to, worry because you didn't have enough, right? Of whatever it is that you're afraid of. But I feel like a lot of you guys are realizing it's not just in one area, it's in a lot of areas. So here you are with coming to that realization and wanting to be free. Look at the difference between this pentacle and then this one up here. Can't see through, lack of clarity, afraid to abundance. You're protected. This is your experience versus what the experience the universe knows you're worthy of. If you just give this up to them, they'll help you feel like this. You just have to believe it. You just have to want to believe it. Right? And there you are wanting to go to this. It's funny because the Chariot's a 7. It came right under the 8. If this isn't all about like sequences and numbers and patterns, like it's funny because the cards are saying it, right? I love this reading for you guys. Saggies, I love it. All right, that was for my Saggies. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The next sign is going to be for my Cappies. Right on me to a T. Yes! Rebecca, you felt me talking to the Lord right now, right? How dare you expose us? I felt that one too. The level of truth was so, It's true. All right. Cappies. Yes. I know. The universe, how dare they speak facts. Because we all have it, right? We all have it. But it was insulting when they said it's in a lot of areas, right? A lot of areas of our lives. Then I was like, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Ooh. This card wanted to come out. I don't know. Let me see. Let me flip these cards over. Oh, they came out in reverse. Dang. I don't even know how these cards flipped over like that. Okay. It is what it is. We'll take them. I'm not afraid of these cards. We'll take them. We're reversing them. All right, Cappies. 108.56. 108.56. We're almost done, guys. I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it. We can do it. We can do it today. All right, we got the 7 of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. I almost feel like, okay, if this is something this is something here, right? And then this is you on your way towards it. It almost seems like there's intention behind what you're going after, what you're trying to get at or go through or maybe attack. I don't know, right? Whatever this is you trying to go towards something with intention. There's that fiery wand energy, even though you're the Queen of Pentacles. So this is you acquiring something, going towards something that you want, or even just attacking something. It almost seems to me like you're doing it, right? I may not fault you for your intention towards it. I'm more of a wary here, saying to be wary because you got the Hangman in reverse. I mean, sorry, Yeah, it's the Hangman in reverse, but remember, this is my addiction card. This in reverse is actually saying like you don't know the full story. You are not really aware. You don't have the whole picture yet. So any movement, any type of fast movement or approach that you take now would not be the best decision, because you don't have all of the facts yet. You don't have all of the information yet. Like, it's like you trying to go and do something, but you have no idea what the consequences of that could be. Do you see what I'm saying? Right? So I feel like without information, you can make a mistake, go after something that's actually not good, attack someone with the wrong information. Do you see what I'm saying? You can go and attack someone or fault someone or blame someone for something because you think this is what's happening. But again, with the Seven of Swords, with the Hangman in reverse, it's like, what if it's not the whole information? What if you are mistaken? What if the information that you think you know is faulty? It's not true. It's not 100% true, right? You have the Six of Swords with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Almost seems like somebody or something is pushing you to do this. I don't know if it's like your pride or somebody's like feeding information to you, but it's not the best type of information, because I feel like it's making you feel outside of your character. It's making you feel angry, or it might make you want to be aggressive towards a situation. But again, I feel like this might come from like not the right information. Do you see what I'm saying? It almost seems like somebody triggered you, or you got triggered, or you're trying to defend yourself from something. But again, you don't have all the facts yet. So I'm saying, instead of reacting, I know it's hard for me to tell you guys this. Instead of reacting, just sit for a second and wait for all the information to come out. Wait, give it a day or two until you like breathe and just gain more clarity and awareness from a different perspective. Sleep on it for 24 hours and then see how you feel the next day. But don't make any rash decisions yet, because I feel like it's not going to benefit you long term. It's actually going to make you you're more prone to make mistakes when you act out of fear or desperation or anger. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're making decisions out of that. It really doesn't work out. People make mistakes all the time. They make decisions like this all the time, but I'm getting that, I don't know, there's a lesson in it here for you for whatever reason. I'm getting the divine's trying to elevate you from that type of triggering or that type of thinking or that type of mentality that you keep like getting yourself into when situations like this arise. So this is what I'm saying. It's probably a trigger, because a trigger is the only thing that can get people to get into that energy, right? That energy of I have to win at all costs, or I have to protect myself. It's that type of energy that makes us human, but in the long term can end up hurting others. And then I feel like we don't really learn anything, or we end up making decisions and then regretting it after, right? You kind of sit back like, why did I do that? Because our emotions could get the best of us. So I'm getting that this is like a learning lesson here for you. I feel like the lesson is to be understanding of your own human emotions and like what triggering does to you. This is a humbling energy. I feel like this lesson has come for you before, has come towards you before, has come up before, but I feel like for whatever reason, it's like one of the lessons that you need to still kind of be open to learning from. Because I feel like this is again, this has happened before, where you've made mistakes of maybe counting your chickens before they hatched, or acting out of just acting in a way that you might have regretted later on. Hastiness is what I'm getting here, like hasty decision making, or or reacting harshly. I like this energy. You know why I like it? Because again, it's all about our humanness and admitting where like we have our shortcomings and where we can, like where we need more help. Where we need more help. And it's like the divine is trying to say like, they're trying to tell you in the nicest way possible. Like your guides are kind of saying like, you know this already. We've been through this already. Can you make a different choice this time? Can you sit still and wait it out? Can you refrain from reacting or making a quick decision? Even if you're being triggered, even if the triggers are bringing up fear and whatever, right? Can you? We're about to see. It's about to come into play this week for you guys, okay? All right. I got the Nine of Pentacles with the World. Well, so that's a good ending. It's like the divine saying, could we wrap this cycle up for you guys? Can we? Are we ready for this? Are we ready to see this trap or the bubble for what it is? It almost seems like it's an illusion. Can we see it for what it really is? Are we ready to expand from this level of triggering or learn something from this level of triggering or level of fear? Could we learn something from this? Could we ascend from this? Are we ready to do that? Are we ready to admit that maybe we need more help or we need to spend a little more time in this? I think you guys know that. It's easier said than done, right? Because when you're not triggered, this makes sense, right? But when we are triggered, it's different. It's a different story. Okay. All right, that was for my Cappies. The next sign is going to be for my Aquas. Hi, Evo. Welcome. Yes, Tamika. Yes, welcome. Welcome, Tamika. Yes, we're on to Aquarius. That was Capricorn. Yes, yes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you guys resonated with the reading. You read it as I walked through the door. Oh, did you resonate with it? Stop it. Ah, Tamika. Girl, I'm telling you, the readings, man, they're just so on point, right? Because I just feel sometimes weird saying these things because I feel like that lesson's for me too. So I kind of have to listen to what I'm saying here, you know? Yeah, yeah. Thank you for hearing and listening and hopefully relating to it, right? It's too relatable, right? Yeah. Oh, I love y'all. Aquas, Aquas. Where's my daughter now, this? Ooh. Oh, yup, exactly. So, I'm so glad you resonated. Beautiful, beautiful. Sorry, y'all. All right, we're on to the last. You stay on point, sis. Thank you, Tamika. Thank you so much. Thank you. It means a lot. Shout out to Tamika. All right, we're going to use, I'm going to mix this up. We're going to use the Luna L with the Delusion Tarot. This is why I love the Delusion Tarot, right? It's not because I'm delusional, but I really do like the illustration. No pun intended. But, all right. Aquarius, Aquarius. 11907. I know, right, Tamika? Thank you. Girl. No pun intended there, right? All right, this is good. This is good. I love this for Aquariuses because Aquariuses were struggling, okay? Aquariuses were struggling all week and now they're doing good. They're doing good. It's a turnaround for you guys. All right, we got the 10 of Cups, which is always good, right? It's amazing. And the 2 of Pentacles. I'm getting somebody's getting an insight. It's like this week you're going to be forced, not forced. I feel like the divine is going to make you, I don't want to say make you, because that's scary. That's scary language. Because you know when the divine makes us do things, it's scary. We don't have an option here, right? we are going to somehow end up in water energy. Water. When you're in water, there's more attention to detail of everything. It's like everything is magnified. Have you ever seen something through water? Right? When you're in water and you're trying to move and you can see things, right? If you ever goggles, you can see everything. It's slow pace. It's a different frequency. It's a different energy. It's that's what I'm getting. It's like you can see something magnified. Maybe your emotions are magnified this week. ×2, right? ×3. It's not just that. I'm getting like parts of self or fragmented parts of self, whether that's emotionally, mentally, spiritually. They're getting like fixed. They're going back into place. I feel like that's what puts you in that King of Wands energy though, right? Because I feel like that's gonna help you. It's like you're gonna learn something about yourself. Like okay, a lot of people, they underestimate the healing journey, right? Because they don't understand like the work that people have to do on an individual scale to be able to heal, right? To a certain degree, and then worldwide, right? From individual to local to worldwide. And I feel like with the King of Wands energy, I'm getting that it's like teaching you something about, it's like you putting this into your own hands, and it's like life is teaching you how well you're able to fix your own self, how well you're able to just heal your own self to that magnitude and still come out like gentle and victorious. And it's a learning lesson about like what the human body can do, what the human spirit can do. It's like you being aware of your own power and then putting it to the test, right? Like how do you realize how powerful you are until, how do you realize how powerful you actually can be, right? Because you can be powerful, right? Throughout the years, you become more powerful through the not just the trials and tribulations, but like how you repair yourself after the damage has been done, after the trauma, after the pain. Like how do you restore yourself back? How do you do it? And then once you learn how to, it's like, whoa, I've had that much power all along and I've been giving it to everybody else but myself, right? It's like that. It's like taking back your own power. All of a sudden you're more knowledgeable, you're more aware of what you can do for yourself and others, how you can teach others to do that for themselves. And then like, I don't know, it's like you're restoring humanity back in place. And that's the thing about people, right? It's like people don't think behind the scenes, there's so much negativity in the matrix. People don't ever really see like all the work in progress that's being done because it's quiet, it's subtle, right? And I feel like this season, you're a part of that. You're a part of the divine's work, right? And helping others and in turn helping each other. And then all of a sudden there's like so much momentum happening and you're contributing to that momentum, and then you guys are pushing forward. And then all of a sudden you realize that there's not so much darkness in the world. There could have been, but it's like the darkness is actually, the light is facing the darkness, right? And there's a perfect balance. There's a perfect balance because you're doing your job. By you stepping into your power, you're showing others to do the same, and now you're helping the whole community out, and the whole community is helping each other. And all of a sudden there's so many light workers here becoming and praying and living to their purpose. All of a sudden there's so much more light around. So you thought there was so much darkness. No. So many years that we put into for all this hard work, only to realize that the light is winning. We're winning. It just took so long to get there because, again, everything was working out, right? Little by little, everybody was just showing up and doing the work. You didn't give up. And now you realize it's at a greater scale. You're meeting other people that are like, whoa, they think like you. They're just like you. Wow, that's amazing. Where was I going with the story? I'm sorry. Like I just got so caught up in this thing. Five of Cups with the King of Pentacles. Look at this. Beautiful. The heart of the matter. Right? Even like I'm getting like some people, you see all those people like when you go on social media, you go on TikTok, you go on certain places and you see so many people like putting in fear tactics. Like the Matrix wants to feed off the fear, so it keeps, and then even in trying times of war, right? When all these bad things are happening, it's like the darkness is all around, right? The scarcity, the fear is all around, the programming is all around. But here, the heart of the matter, that's you. All of a sudden, we can see it. All of a sudden, this isn't so scary and so dark because there's light here. And that's us. But the Five of Cups, look at this. Gorgeous energy, man. Again, going back to the water. There's this gentleness about us. It's like the more powerful we become, the more gentle we are. And that's how the divine moves. It's not chaotic at all. It's calm. It's peaceful. It's beautiful. All right, that was for my Aquarius. It was too cute. It's too sweet. I don't want to cry. The next sign is going to be for my Pisces, the last sign. The last sign. Whew, the last sign for today. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Pisces, Pisces. I'm just gonna pull out maybe 2 more cards. Why? I don't know. I don't want to do a really long reading for you. Let me draw one. Let me use 2 different cards. They're like, no, we're gonna draw these cards out. Okay. All right, let's just start it. Pisces, 127.44, 127.44. All right, we have the 7 of Cups, which wasn't a bad, it was actually a good card. I was getting like this beautiful, look at this, it's like this is your world, right? And it's like, it's so pretty. It's so calming. It's so peaceful. It's really beautiful, Pisces. I'm getting also that Pisces energy, that like always seeing the glass half full energy, very like, oh, ethereal, very like, I feel like you have this optimistic thinking, but it's a little bit involved with fantasy here. It's not a bad thing. I just think it's like that Neptunian, really pretty fantasy energy, but it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that like, I feel like we all need a little bit of fantasy to help us cope with our life and everyday struggles. And I'm getting that you use that with like the being optimistic. And I feel like that, I don't know, there's something really pretty about that. There's something really pretty. I like this. This is very like childlike energy. I'm not saying you're a child. I'm just getting you have that outlook of life of being positive and like wanting to see the best in situations in your life and people, giving second chances. I just see that this is who you are and you take pride in that, which is a beautiful thing. Please. Okay. All right. Then you have the Ace of Cups here. Which is the complete opposite of that. This is, it's Ace of Cups. It's a new opportunity, but I'm getting the opposite. I'm getting lack of clarity. Even though these are 2 different cards, this is the 7 of Cups and this is the Ace of Cups. It should be in reverse, but it's not. So here's what I'm getting. I'm either getting, I'm not getting a bad energy from this though. I'm not. From the Ace of Cups, I feel like even in the lack of clarity or in the darkness or in the everyday struggles, again, it's like you try your hardest to just be okay and be, I don't know how to explain it. Let's get back to this Ace of Cups. I'm going to move on to the Five of Cups. See how you, like the attention to detail in these cups, the harmony, the balance, the peace that comes with you living very optimistic or being just thinking very positive and it's like that's the lifestyle that you live, but there's something very peaceful that's come about by you being open-minded and that optimistic about your own life and seeing the best of people in yourself. I feel like when you start looking at the world like that, it brings in this type of peace that that comes from that, right? Because it's like you have faith in people, you have faith in the best outcomes, and that's why things always work out. Even if they're not working out, even when there is unclarity, you still see this as the Ace of Cups. Even when you should be scared, even when there is, again, lack of faith here, you still somehow find or manage to find your way back into optimism. Into optimism or gratitude, or like everything will work out. And I feel like it always does. You know how to get through a really dark moment, Pisces. Because look, this is a 7, this is a Chariot. It's the card of moving forward, even with all the obstacles. The Chariot talks about, it's still the beginning of a journey because it's a 7. You went from a 0, the full journey, and you're barely on the 7. We still have a long way, right? We're halfway, not even. We still have we still have a long way to the 21, right? The world. Which says like you're still going to go through a lot of trials. You're still going to go through a lot of setbacks and a lot through the journey, a lot of ups and downs and a lot of things that you weren't seeing coming, right? As a surprise. But it still doesn't deter you from moving forward, moving on, and living your life in the moment. Do you see what I'm saying? Where gratitude and being optimistic and seeing the glass half full is where, like, that's where you are. That's your greatest strength. And that's what keeps you going. It's taking you places. It's gotten you through the worst times of your life. And I feel like that's the type of mindset that works. That strategy works. I don't know why the divine needed me to tell you that. I feel like you already know that. I feel like you're so confident with that. You can teach people how to be more optimistic. You can literally convince people because you have such conviction with this actually working. Like things always work out in the end. And I feel like you inspire people to see their trials and tribulations in that way. That they'll get through the hard times if they just hold on just a little longer. I think that's something for people to inspire to be. You actually are very inspirational. I would be very surprised if you aren't like a therapist, a motivational speaker. Like I could see you being that person because you're so inspiring through the amount of faith that you have. If you're not a pastor or something like that, I would be surprised. Your words are very powerful. Your voice is powerful. It's like you give testimonies and people believe it because you speak facts. You speak truth. I love this. All right, I think that's it. I'm done with Pisces. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know. I don't really think that was advice. I would just think it was like something the divine wanted you to be more aware of. I feel like I think that you were thinking about this, Pisces, like that by you being optimistic, you're going to get through hurdles and you're going to be okay. But what you didn't realize was that you're actually living in such a way that is inspirational to others. So I think the divine's trying to get you to step into that, share more of your experiences of lack of faith and getting through that, because it's going to help somebody along their journey. Because you're at a point in your life where you've survived so much, but it's like you're still positive as much as you could be. Do you see what I'm saying? And I feel like it's actually it will affect others. Again, you weren't doing it for others. You weren't doing it to be inspirational. Was never your goal. You did it for yourself, but in turn, it ended up helping others. So that's the kicker. That's the funny part. All right, Pisces, that's all I have for you, okay? I think we're done. We're done today. My phone is dying. Do I even want to answer questions? I'm not doing playtime unless if somebody donates today because I'm just too tired. I literally went on for like an hour and 35. Like you'd have to, I don't know. You'd have to like donate. I don't care if it's $1, $2, $3. Just I need a donation just to do playtime right now. So you're welcome, Rebecca. I'll try to log on tomorrow. I'm gonna try to log on tomorrow and then just do like maybe fire and air signs, right? I'll try to get those done, split it in half because the all sign forecast is a lot. It's like an hour and a half. So yeah. I love you too, guys. I love you. Perfect, Rebecca. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it. All right. I love y'all. Take good care of yourselves. Let me know if y'all want a reading. Donate it. If not, I'm going to log out. Okay. I'm too tired. It's so weird. It's a little weird. Why is my life so dry? Hell no. Your life is dry. It's not. I've been there. I feel like you just lack inspiration. But in order for you to be inspired, it's like you have to step outside of the box, right? You got to start asking yourself, like, what are you passionate about? You have to ask yourself those questions because you don't know. But it's like in order, like I did a reading on this earlier. I think it was for Virgo. You have to, what causes an emperor, somebody who's already built a life, what causes somebody to go and explore, right? You have to ask questions. Like, what's on the other side for me? What am I good at? What's gonna move people? How can I solve a problem? Right? That's why people always ask, in order for you to find your career, ask, what problem do you want to solve in life? What are you good at? How do you want to inspire others? Once you start asking yourself those questions, you're going to dig in deep, and then the universe is going to answer for you. It's going to show you, guide you to where you can go. And then that's the easy part. The hard part is actually stepping into that power and realizing, can you do it? Because you can. Will you? That's another story. And then comes stepping outside of the comfort zone, right? Hopefully that answered your question, Average Joe. Okay. All right, guys, I love you. Take care. Bye.